Do you remember Donald Trump saying this?
If you were president, would you declassify, you can answer yes or no to these, would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
But you know he's lying.
And I also remember the MAGA movement and the Republican Party. All they could do is talk about Jeffrey Epstein. In every rally, every interview, it was all about Jeffrey Epstein.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. Why is the FBI protecting the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
What?
You don't think that Bill Gates is lobbying Congress night and day to prevent the disclosure of that list?
Some governments around the world may have some material that's related to the Epstein thing.
You don't say.
Like, where was the FBI when Epstein was molesting kids? Who protects a dead pedophile when children are raped?
So there's been a lot of leaking from the DOJ recently, but somehow the Justice Department has not leaked anything really about Jeffrey Epstein, including his client list. Why is that?
We deserve to see the Epstein materials, the JFK files, and the Diddy tape.
We believe that he was operating some kind of surveillance and sexual blackmail operation. There's been talk of his little black book.
Epstein tapes.
And if I am elected, you have my pledge, Laura, that we will open this kimono up, roll that log over, see what crawls out. From the Jeffrey Epstein client list.
Publish Epstein's client list.
Question is the black book. Why is the Department of Justice not revealing the names in the black book? Why are they keeping it sealed?
Jimmy Kimmel and Aaron Rodgers go to war over the Epstein client list. They're keeping it locked up along with the Epstein flight logs and the transgender shooters manifesto, apparently. Who's on the Epstein client list? Dun, dun, dun.
But now, ladies and gentlemen, as we can see, the vibe has changed. People are not basically talking about Jeffrey Epstein the way they was before. Now they're deflecting. Now they're saying that this is old news. Nothing to see here, or better yet, it's a hoax created by the Democrats.
Because it's a Democrat hoax. It's just a hoax. The whole Epstein thing is a Democrat hoax.
Believe me, I'm telling you what's there and what isn't.
Right.
There is nothing in the file at this point on the Epstein case, and there's going to be a disclosure on this coming shortly.
A distraction.
Just ridiculous.
This whole Epstein files thing, a little bit played out.
For a party that claims to care about affordability, they sure waste a lot of time on old emails.
Understand that this Epstein situation is very tricky for the administration, and day by day it gets worse and worse and worse. But they are pulling out all of the greatest hits to try to inflame the minds of their most, conspiracy theory addled base, so that they hear Brennan, Clapper, Obama, Hillary, and they get activated, and suddenly they won't be mad at Trump anymore for not releasing the Epstein files or whatever he had to do with any of it.
And what makes this more disturbing, we have people like Megyn Kelly trying to justify this type of behavior.
And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile.
So what are you saying?
This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls.
Yeah, we know.
And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds.
What in the hell? You got to be under 10 to be preyed upon by a grown man? No, that's not the definition at all.
But he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Let me make this clear about the Epstein files. I really don't care if the person on there is Democrat or Republican or independent, or if they're rich or they're poor. If they have sex with underage girls, their ass need to be put under the goddamn jail. There's no spinning or trying to deflect. If they did it, their ass need to be put in jail.
He ain't lying.
Donald Trump has been talking about, I'm going to release the Epstein files when he was running for president again. He's been talking about it. His correspondent's been talking about it. The MAGA movement is talking about it. Republican Party has been talking about it for forever.
That's right.
He don't want to talk about it anymore. Oh, it's a host by the Democrat. You see that the Republican Party is trying to switch the narrative.
Ain't that the truth?
Now, the other day, he's basically saying that I want y'all to investigate the Epstein files, but these are the people that I want y'all to investigate.
Attorney General Pam Bondi assigning a U.S. attorney for a new investigation after President Trump asked her to look into Jeffrey Epstein's ties to high-profile figures and institutions, like former President Clinton and J.P. Morgan Chase, posting, "The Democrats are doing everything in their withering power to push the Epstein hoax. Don't waste your time with Trump. I have a country to run." Bondi's move is a sharp contrast from a Justice Department memo this summer stating that the FBI did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties related to Epstein. This all comes after Democrats released Epstein emails mentioning Trump. Next week, the House is expected to vote on whether to force the release of the DOJ's Epstein case files. The president slamming Republicans who vote yes as soft and foolish.
Well, what about you, Mr. Trump? We need to know what you have been doing with Jeffrey Epstein as well.
That's right.
See, Donald Trump made this worse himself. If he had stuck to his guns and just released the files when he said he was going to release the files, hey, all of this has been swept under the goddamn rug, forgot about. But by the way that he carried this situation out, he just made it worse.
Message.
So let me know down in the comments on what y'all thought about the video and what I say in the comments below. The man on the street wants to know.